go, and it's done. So, welcome everyone. So it's one of the first conferences in this part of the world in Europe, and I hope that we can repeat the experience, and in next time to have more things to say and to solutions that we with the time we get to get better, of course, and to disseminate our sports discs, that all we know that we need to spread the news and the good news about it. So thank you all to be present. I need, of course, my first thanks go to Zagreb University of Applied Science to receiving me, and of course of the project Erasmus Plus, Vida Sensi for all the work she had with me, Pavel, and of course Ruza. She's with trouble now to get in, but no problem at all. Of course, our main man here, it's my thanks to Volker, Bernardi, our executive director of WFDF, is working a lot and trying to get the numbers higher. And I don't know, but everyone needs to know that without that numbers and quantified numbers, it's difficult to achieve more things and more projects and more possibilities. So we have now 100 countries, so it's a big achievement, and lots of the work, it's because of this man. Of course, say thanks to Tomislva because of the challenge. It was everything very fast, but the important is we are here together to exchange experience, and it will be great. Matic, I hear a lot about it and your work, so thank you to be present, and we will talk about our experience, and it will be nice for sure. So thank you all the others to be present, and in the end of it we will have a discussion. So I hope and enjoy the moment. So I give the words to Volker.
Oh, thank you very much, Jose, and particularly thank you very much for arranging this with all your activities, and of course thank you to Tomislva and all people who made this conference possible. I acknowledge that it's on short notice, but of course with Corona and COVID-19 restrictions, we are extremely happy for each opportunity which is popping up, and may it be at such a short notice. So again, thank you everybody for attending today. I see that there is a great interest in Eastern Europe. You need to know that for the World Flying Disc Federation, of course, this part of Europe is extremely important, because actually when it comes to European countries, the European continent counts 47 national Olympic committees. We are always talking in IOC categories. So the World Flying Disc Federation has 41 member countries in Europe. The 6 countries which are missing are namely Bosnia-Herzegovina, Kosovo, Montenegro. So we really do hope that all our activities here in the Balkan will come to fruition when we get the last membership, the white parts on the land map, a little bit close to the World Flying Disc Federation. So what you need to know is that the European continent as such has currently a lot of opportunities. We are in contact with World Flying Disc Federation and the European Flying Disc Federation, with the European Olympic Committees and the European University Sport Association, and with Tafisa Europe. And we are trying as much as possible to bring our sport, all disciplines of our sports, to the European multi-sport level, like another example is EOT, which is the European Games, European Olympic Games, as it is now, OISA Games, and Tavisa Europe Games and International Masters Games in Europe. So we are working very much for that because we need more visibility in Europe, particularly when it comes to the international, continental, multi-sport level. And this is greatly helping when we have such conferences like today, because it's spreading the word as much as possible. So we aspire to have added the last white parts, white areas on the country map of Europe to the World Flying Disc Federation, and at the same time to the European Flying Disc Federation. And we have Lubomir. Lubo, are you here? Yes, I see he's waving in the countryside. So what you need to know, what is interesting for all of you, is that next year, as soon as possible, God willing, as I always say, and COVID permitting, we will have in Bulgaria Eastern European coaching, clinic and training camp for several days, where all countries from Eastern Europe are invited to attend. We will spread the word about this activity as soon as possible when we have managed to find a date again, which is allowed by COVID. And this will be a great opportunity for everybody from Eastern Europe to attend such occasion, because this is a main part of our development program. It was planned for last year, then COVID hit us so hard, then we wanted to have it this year. And with all these travel restrictions, it simply still was not possible. So we are firmly believing that this is going to be held next year. At the end of the day, we have not only this development activity from the World Flying Disc Federation said, we have other possibilities. This is first our development grants program, where everybody can apply. You can find on the World Flying Disc Federation website, WFDF.sport. You can find the development section, so you can see there all opportunities what we are offering. The development grants program, which is for funding, an application for money for funding. Let me better describe it as co-funding, because of course some resources must be made available in the country, and otherwise the disc support program, where each new country or each part of the country can apply for our Ultrastar Discraft discs, and there is a considerable number available for all of you, and you just need to send in an application. There is a form for both the development grant for the money and for the disc support is available on our website development section, as I have described. So we really do hope that whilst we in the last years, of course, I'm not talking about Bulgaria and Lubo and Stoyan, this great program, what we are planning, what unfortunately was blocked so far by COVID, but coming very soon. So stay tuned. There are other programs and funding opportunities what we can offer, but as it is in our world today, you need to apply for the funding, because otherwise we even do not know that you are there and what you can use the money for. So we are happy to discuss today, particularly as Jose has described it splendidly, the obstacles and the situation of Eastern Europe as such, Also from a perspective of university sport, I've mentioned before that this is a great opportunity coming up because we are heading to the University European Games in Debrecen College in Hungary in 2024. So it's not so far away from all of you when it comes to university teams. So we are doing a lot of things, and I really do hope for a good discussion today where I can learn about the problems, obstacles, opportunities, and chances from all of you. So I will remain silent now and just listen, because you are the main players today after Jose has and Tomislva and Matic have given their explanations. So feel free to ask questions. I'm here as long as you are. So I will stop now. Let this be the end of my speech, and I give back my word to Jose because he has to explain a lot. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Volker, for all the hard work and words and concern always with the development. And like you said, the calls sometimes are there, and we need to try. We should try always. Okay, so probably now you are looking at my presentation, I think. Correct? What?
Can you say hello to the people that
Okay, yeah, there are people who are coming now. A problem with the email, so thank you to be present. For us, of course, it's a pleasure to have you in. About my presentation, and a fast one. So I'm a PE teacher with Proud. I work in a university in Leiria, college Polytechnic of Leiria, and my life, it was always sports, all kind of sports until this one. So this one starts, and the importance for us to talk about the projects and the Erasmus projects for the kids to have the opportunity to go abroad and to study abroad and to see new things. And it was a new thing, just put my attention related with this. Okay, so we are looking not for the whole image. Let me see what the problem is. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, I think I'm going just to still this way, otherwise it's a for free and the image, it will be bad. So if I do something like this one, I think it's perfect for everyone. It's okay? Okay. So it was in Bruges, and it was when the story begins. So after that, I try in my university to develop the game. At this point, for me, the game on the sports discs, it was just one, Ultimate. I didn't realize that we have so many like we have today. So I start talking with my teachers and with my friends and try to see in Portugal people who play this game. And I saw people around Lisbon, Setúbal, and a few more cities to try to have some together, some competition, and we had. So I organized the first national championship. It was near Leiria, and it was nice. Then an indoor as well. And after this came my interest, like a PE teacher, to develop more the sport. So we were invited for a group of teachers from a city in the north of the country to explain and to go to the school to explain the game. So it was the first time, and with a person that's, I think lots of you know, that it was with Patrick van der Waal. So in 2004, in Figueira da Foz, it was the first World Championship year as a player. And my part and my brains were always related with this science, and to try to show to the others that our sport, it's a good sport, it's not better than the others, it's different, and different areas and subjects can bring lots of good things for develop of the kids. So it was an article in a 2005 Portuguese magazine, and at this time my brain stopped. I was working in 5 different places with one young daughter, and during evenings I keep working, sometimes some tournaments, some caps, some drills, but it was a long stop until 2012. I decided to create a club in my city. So it's Leiria Flying Objects. It's the biggest club in Portugal now. We have about 60 players since the 11 years old until 53. And usually when we have some championship, like last weekend, a grass championship, we bring 2 teams. So it's one of my good things. I'm very proud of it, and it's nice to see all the environment around the team and all the tournaments that we make to try to get more people interested to practice the game and to show how much available it is. So about the school, and they are here PE teachers, so my language. It was a big fight since the beginning. I know that different countries have different programs, and in Portugal we have several subjects that PE teachers need to give to the students. Now 2021 to 2025 they changed a little, and they gave us other sports the opportunity to spread and to show them, and so a PE teacher in Portugal can use sports this in their own classes. So it was a big fight since the beginning. So this project at school starts in 2014. At the time we don't have money for discs or for material. So if I go back one, it was Skoda, just pay for the discs at the time, and we just delivered the discs at schools. At the same time, what we did, we gave workshops to the PE teachers. We went to the schools to teach them. One of the difficult thing for a PE teacher in the beginning, of course, is the throws and how to catch, and of course the rules of the game. So it's everything new. And I don't know in the other countries here present, but our PE teachers in school are getting older, and it's difficult sometimes to change that, not to change the age, but the habits. And usually a group of PE teachers that gave during the year all the same subjects, next year they will give the same, and it's a little like that in Portugal. I felt in the past, and things are changing because the kids, they need new things. They are completely tired, of course. Football is football and it's important, and there's the money behind, but there are several new kids with a new mentality and perspective of life that they don't enjoy so much football. And I'm talking about football. I don't have nothing against that, but it's just to give it as an example. So here in 2016, so we grow and we create a new project. And this project, sometimes we have calls and possibilities in our countries, or in municipalities, or in the city walls. Sometimes they are small projects where we can try to get some money for our clubs, for our associations, and it was something that we did. And with that money, of course, one more time, to buy discs to give to the schools. So when we start the project, this project, it's in Portuguese. So divertimento is get fun, to have fun. Amizade is friendship, and respeito is respect. So we have two words from Olympic Committee. Yeah, the last word that we changed, so they have excellence, and we change for get fun. It's something that we felt with our kids that they need to have fun when they play something, to have some pleasure, not a responsibility always to be better or better. It's important, but it's not the most important. So the year after, more schools, and this one here in 2018, it was the biggest moment. We invited the Committee Olympic of Portugal as well, the Institute of Youth and Education. So lots of partnerships that became really important for our development and to have some support to grow. So it was before for me to be president. So I'm president since 2017. I can say to you that the association at the time was really poor and without orienteer. Now I think it's a really better. I'm sure, not think, I'm sure, and but we have lots of work to do. So this is an image of that meeting with the kids. It was in the Leiria Stadium, and it was a really nice moment. The year after, and the things in the last year, less number because of exams and studies and stuff. We hope we have now for 2022, it will be in 27th of November, and I expect more than 500 to 1,000. It's my numbers in my head, and we probably achieve that number because things grow a lot since November last year. So this is an island. I went there to give some workshop to PE teachers as well. And I can say to you that it's a small island of Portugal in Atlantic Sea that all schools with primary schools just throw a disc to somewhere. So it's a big thing. And now they are in elementary school as well and secondary school. So things are growing a lot. And I think it will be a big example, this island, and a big work of Nuno Caçador, a teacher, a PE teacher there. So things are growing as well. So this is just places and workshops and lots of things that we have done. Important to see the workshop, and then we have the partnerships to get the step ahead. We need always to have help, and in group we can always to grow better and stronger. And this is a mark, an important thing, and it was one of the first contacts with Volker. One of the topics it was this. So I told you about the program of PE teachers in Portugal, and we have a structure that we need to fill in as a PE teacher. So I did, and I wrote this book with that intention. Otherwise, the PE teacher could be always the sentence in his mouth that, okay, it's not in the program, it's not according with the program, so we don't going to give that to our kids. So it was a strategy to avoid that. So it's completely according to the program. So it was to defensive thing for us, at the same time to promote the sport, because they are drills and there are opportunities for PE teachers to look and to apply in their own classes. In 2019, opportunity to develop a little more other sports like disc golf, double discord, 2 magnificent games in schools as well, with lots of potential. Of course, countries have different nature. things. In Portugal is more difficult to develop disc golf than, of course, in Finland or even here. But it's really, really good for the kids. So it was the second moment. And of course, the book, it's a little better than the first one. Important to develop our games. It's, of course, the press and to go to TV sets and try to talk about what we do, and to talk a lot about the spirit of the game. I think it's one of the flags of our sport as well, here ultimate, but we can use it, of course, as well in disc golf. So it's something different that we can use it. And other kind of things, of course, is related with gender, the possibility. There are some sports, so it's not so different, but still different. And then I talked 2 minutes ago about Volker, and here it was an important step for the development. About if we think about PE teachers, schools, and to give opportunity for the kids to try. Okay, so it was the first message, and then to try to spread around the world a little in schools, because a kid who just try in school, they can bring all over his life. He's going to make choices all longer of his life, but if he don't have a disc in his hand during the school, so it's hard work to sometimes, of course, a club invited to play, but it's not the same, or they could get at the same age with another skills, of course. So here it was an invitation, and lots of proud of it to try to develop. And one of the reasons we are here, and my thoughts, is to share this and to try to get solutions or new solutions to our problems, because everyone has. And of course, we were talking about schools, and next step after secondary school, of course, is universities. And universities projects, it's something that we developed in Portugal. We have 3 universities this year. We hope to have 5 to start, of course, the contact with the FADU and the international part, of course, of the university sports, because we want that and we need that, not only for our kids, but to development as well. So this is some image that our meetings with universities was really nice. And of course, we received a book in 2019 before, of course, this COVID thing, and it was an amazing moment as well. It was a nice competition, is always good for dissemination. And this clipping is a wonderful one. We just achieved to many, many places. And one of the things that we should, or we could, everyone think together about, it's good ways to spread this. So the spirit of the game, usually in every workshop I gave to PE teachers in our country, it's one of the things that they stop. In the beginning, they think it's impossible because everyone has other experience, basketball, handball, football, others. So it's always difficult for them. But after, when we just explain each rule and the 5 questions of spirit of the game sheet, they understand. Okay, it's good to change and to create a new era of new kids with new thoughts and new ways of living. So this project, it was because of COVID. We created a logo, a different one, and we tried. I just wrote a document and I gave to the Minister of Education and Sports, saying that who plays with the disc, the risk is minimum. If we look at disc golf, if I go with my disc in my hand or my discs, so no problem at all. If I play DDC, tennis or paddle or racket sports, so I have more problem for me than for us to play DDC. And ultimate, it was the last one, the last of the list that we gave, and we explained everything quite well for to be well understand. So this it was something that it's important. I'm a Portuguese, as you know, so it's important to achieve more and more places, and this it was a nice goal and a nice challenge to get to Africa. So this material, it's in Cape Verde, and now we, because of COVID, it was they are a little stopped, but now I'm just talking with people there, and I hope in a few years that in the schools and everywhere, the discs make part of the Cape Verdean people and kids, I hope. So all the projects should be a goal and a long-term goal, and I think this it will be one. It will be tough for sure, but it will be great. So it was in November, that webinar with Cape Verde, and the discs came from Canada, I think, Volker, and they arrived. It was a nightmare for my head until they received that in Alfanga and all the stuff, and the books, of course, at the time. So it was splendid. In Portugal, we had a great webinar with 350 teachers, PE teachers, and we create a kit to offer to the schools. So one call that we have for Sports for All from our Ministry of Development of Sports. So every year I make a call, and this year we received 5,000 euros. So it's for what? To offer to the schools. So we offer 100 kits. Each kit has 10 discs and a manual. And the new ones that we're going to offer this year will have as well a disc golf disc. So we are trying now, the strategy is to improve and to get more opportunities to schools and materials for them to develop. At the same time, we are doing workshops. I went to, in September, Lisbon. So when I get in Portugal, I will to the south. And we have a team of 10 teachers who are now around the country, give these workshops of 25 hours for them. And it's good for them as well to develop and to be with more confidence to express and to explain the game. So this is the image of our kit and the way we are doing it. It's not the best, but until now it's the feedback, it's good. So we keep it doing like this. And of course, I start the conversation talking about Erasmus. I don't know you, but in Portugal, every club has the opportunity to make part of the project. And as I teach in a university, I made a contact, and I work more than I should, but it was great because LFO, Leiria Flying Objects, are inside the Erasmus project. And the good thing of Erasmus project, it's the experience, it's the first thing. The other, it's we can spread with other countries. It's something that I do since 2012. And the opportunity as well to have some money to try to develop some projects. Okay, so here it's opportunity to try to grow and to do more things. This is an image of our group of Erasmus, and see the image they made, Finland, with discs. Yeah, so there are something when we do things with passion, appears always or an image or a feedback or whatever related. Other part that I talk a lot of time with Volker that is really important. It's to try to put science in the process, because we are different, and if we can measure our difference, could make some difference in the future. So this one is in Portuguese, is related with training. So here they are a few teachers and researchers who are talking about football, handball, and of course sports discs, and appear on the books. This one we made, and I create a course for trainers. So we have, because in our country we have the obligation to have 3 different kind of coaches, level 1, 2, and 3. So we create the number 1 and the number 2, and now we have coaches that they can, and they are by law coaches of ultimate frisbee and disc sports. Something that it was lots of work, but really important. Almost finishing the part of the, and sorry, science. So my PhD is around this, of course, ultimate frisbee, and because of that, 2 articles in nice magazines in Frontiers, and the results of it is something that we should proud of. It's one of the things about sociology. It's the work and the teamwork and communication. So 2 words, important words in this world, and we should try to do something with it. Okay, so it's one of the reasons, if we go to the spirit of the game, communication and everything is related. And now we have the opportunity to try to spread and to put science on your back and to develop even more. Okay, so the second article, and of course, I don't know if you have this dream. I dreamed since 2004, probably 8 in maximum, and I believe that we can achieve and this is a good provocation for everyone. If we work together, we get stronger and we can get a big step. And for me, the biggest step is, and my dream in Portugal, I have phrases that appear sometimes. It's I'm just going to stop when all the schools in my country have discs in the schools. Thank you all for all your attention. So as I'm a moderator, I'm not going to stop. I will now call Tomislva. It's not very far from me. Is almost here.
I will try to share my screen as well. I have a shorter presentation than Jose did, but I will try to do you see my screen? Yes. Yes, I can do it a little bit bigger.
You can try to share all mine. Just had the problem.
Yeah,
it's okay.
It's working. So I just wanted to say a few things about the development of the flying disc sports in Croatia and the region, because I know there are some people that are from far away, and some people are closer to our region, and they know the situation. Especially maybe Lubo can help me about the ultimate situation, but I wanted to address some issues and some situation that we have now. We are not in the bad situation or bad moment, especially in disc golf, but I will go through it through the presentation. So Croatian Flying Disc Federation, I will talk about a little bit short about federation, because we have new here some PA teachers and some people that are first time in connection with the flying disc sport. So Croatian Flying Disc Federation is established for 2012. We had players earlier and clubs earlier, but real start was 2012 when 6 clubs met and established federations. Some of the people that were on that meeting are here now on the presentation. I saw the former president here as well. So as from the beginning, we started to put the Croatian Finance Federation in the other federation that are available or was available. World Finance Federation was first of them. Of course, after that, there was some other federation that we are now in. So some of them are new, some of them are a little bit older. So the important thing when I become president of Croatian Finance Federation, it was really important for, at least in our country, to come recognized and be recognized by Croatian Olympic Committee, because this in the beginning, as I know, it's a big problem in Serbia and Bosnia and Herzegovina and other country in former Yugoslavia, except from Slovenia. It was really hard for them to be acknowledged as a sport. That was so. This was really important for us to be a member and become a member of Croatian Olympic Committee. This gave us, of course, World Finance Federation allow us that because they entered the World Olympic Committee. That helped us a lot, because then it could be transferred to local Olympic committees. This was a really big thing for us, because 2018 we were at the beginning. We had one stage, and 2 years from then, on the end of 2020, we entered the other stage of Croatian Olympic Committee, what allows us to be founded at one level. So there are a few more levels, but we are very happy to achieve this first one at least. So I will tell you a little bit about Croatian disc golf. It's really played from 80s. We had the players in the 80s on the European Championships, but now a new beginning for our federation was, and now disc golf scene was 2012 when the new organizers came, and the scene in Central European get bigger, and we were integrated from the beginning in that. So Austria, Hungary, Slovenia, Croatia. There was a tour starting from 2012, and we played a lot. After that, we even started Central European Championship. What is where we have really big success with it, because last year there was, in COVID year, there was 120 people competing in that championship. That was really big for us. There was a Croatia organized the European Disc Golf Championship. I didn't say European Disc Golf Championship, but we had a Disc Golf Championship here in Croatia. It was really big thing for us and helped us a lot in acknowledgement as well. The Olympic Committee saw it, and they saw that we are part of this big thing of developing disc golf here. So next big WFDF disc golf event will be in Croatia. We will have 2022 World Team Disc Golf Championship. It's the biggest disc golf event next year for WFDF, at least. That's really big for us, and I would say a few things about the disc golf in the region. It's especially, I was said in COVID. Jose talked about a little bit about that. COVID for disc golf did really, really amazing things. In fact, it really grew in the whole world. There was a growth almost 100%. There is PDGA, Professional Disc Golf Association, just announced that they have 100,000 active players registered. It's more than double than last year, but the numbers are significantly much bigger in players that are not registered. Only Finland said that they have 1 million people playing disc golf this year. That's really big. And as I wanted to say, the region is really going really well in disc golf, especially Croatia, Serbia, and Slovenia. As I'm saying for these countries in former Yugoslavia, Austria is really rocketing disc golf. They have people. Some of the courses had to be closed because too much people played on it, so they even had to close it because of it. It's so that's what we have here in the region. We already started some mutual projects. It's really good base for future development, and we are happy that we have really good relationship with Serbian Flying Disc Federation. We helped them a lot in starting their federation. They are our new 1999th WFDF member. So they are really happy with that federation, and we are happy to be a part of this movement. We call it Balkans, but we don't really love this word here, but we call it Balkan because we have a greater idea with it. We wanted to spread it not only on former Yugoslavian countries, we wanted to spread it to all the countries that are so-called Balkan or West Balkans, or what do you call it in West Europe? We are very happy that in our circle 200 kilometers there was more than 35 tournaments played last year, and that's growing, really growing fast. We have now a problem to organize tournaments that we don't collide with each other in close region. So this is one of the picture from Discover Balkan Tour tournaments held last year. About the ultimate. So ultimate in the region is played since 2005. There was I said I put the graph up. We had some ups and downs. It's ultimate as a team sport has a problem that you have to have teams, and you have to have competitions, and teams have to be organized to come to the tournaments, and everything is more complex, and it's going ups and down. We had already teams on World Ultimate Club Championship 2010. We had a team on European Ultimate Championship 2015, but after that it's like we had a change of generation. So this happened as in Croatia and Serbia as in Bosnia and Herzegovina. So the teams are almost not existing, or just barely existing. And there was 5 or 6 tournaments in these few countries. In these countries, I don't know, 2015 or 2014, and we now had only 2 last year in both on Croatia. So this is not really developing well, especially when the COVID came. So that was the problem, because most of the players in some bigger cities were students. And of course, when the COVID students went home to their smaller cities, and unfortunately that didn't result in developing new clubs for now, at least. But we are now in the position that we have to restart clubs after COVID, especially Ultimate. This is a picture that you see on that presentation is from this year. This was the Croatian championship. We had 4 teams, I think. Yes, 4 teams present. That's, I would say, a big thing for us, but it's still a really new beginning for that sport here. So I wanted to say a few things about the development here, how we were doing it in last few years. So we had that development. We applied for WFDF development project that Volker said at the beginning, and we got it. That really gave us a push, especially to become a regular or this second level member of Olympic Committee, because we started few new clubs. That was one of the conditions for that to become second level. And we had some presentation around with the PI teachers, and we gave them the discs. There is at least, I would say, 10 schools that has the disc after that project. Most of them don't use it as much as should or could, but we are trying to change it now as we are having this project or this conference. So we have this flying disc sport instructor. It's that legal level that Jose talked about. We had it applied, and we had it on our Institute of Kinesiology. It's available for the people. They could go there, and we could start program, but this came to the halt because we don't have possibility, or we don't have people that are really interested and could be pushed to go there, because it's just they are on this Institute of Kinesiology. They are starting tennis program every 3 months, basketball program every 3 months, soccer don't have soccer, but some programs that have this feasibility, that people can see that they will have pupil interested, that young players will come and they will pay for courses, and they could get their money back, let's say. But this sports is on hold because we cannot, let's say, start this train. We had to start it or push it, or I don't know what. So club programs, as a result of that, we don't have flying disc sport instructors yet, and we don't have, as Portugal has, PI teachers so much involved in our programs in clubs, because most of PI teachers has some other sports. They will probably say that it's not true, but we have lack of coaches. We have lack of knowledge as well, ultimate knowledge and disc golf sport knowledge, and this results that we cannot and we are not able to run junior programs in our clubs, mostly because it's not legal. And secondly, we don't have PI teachers or someone who can bring junior players in our clubs. It is changed a little bit. It is changed a little bit in some parts of Croatia as a result of this development project. PI teachers are interested and they are starting, and then that would bring the situation that we had for 4 teams on our ultimate championship. School programs, that's another problem as well. We had connections in schools, and we tried to present them our sport. We have a good relationship with some PI teachers organizations as well, and they give us opportunity to present our sports, of course, but this is all becoming, let's say, individual efforts. Someone came to the school, present some sport, ultimate or disc golf or both, and then it usually stops there because as Jose already said, how they manage their projects, but we cannot now give schools 5 discs. We cannot give schools 20-hour program or 20-hour teaching them how to play or how to present blind sports. So this is a problem for us in last few years. Of course, we succeeded in changing this thing a little bit, because I will go to another slide. This year we started a new multi-year plan that we wanted to start as much school programs and junior programs in our country and our region. It's really important to go to the other countries as well. So we managed to get initial funds available through few sources, some sponsors, some Croatian Olympic Committee, some with the register from the community. We applied to Erasmus projects as well, and we will probably, a result for that project will be in next month. So we are having our fingers crossed so we can start that project as well. So we wanted to make our cooperation with schools more meaningful and more long-term. So we wanted to get them some support in resources and knowledge. Of course, we wanted clubs more start, and we will find these clubs to start their junior programs. It will be one of the main goals for our next few years. And of course, we want to start this first generation of blind sport instructors, what will really make us this train go faster, and development make sustainable and long term. So this is what I wanted to say. I don't know, we can discuss some of these problems later on, or just this. I'm really happy that we had this conference and we can kickstart our ideas and our projects in the future and see what to bring us. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Tomislav. Important contribute for us and because it's always good. All of us we have our experience in our context. It's different everywhere, and it's always our perspective looking at your home make us to think how to promote or things that we can share, things that we have done, and we had some good a good group of people that we create with that. So for now, and I think with Matic, I think I'm not saying your name very well, sorry. But we have in the language wow, and when it's to close our mouth, sorry. But I know that you are doing a great job, so welcome, and say your justice.
Thank you. So first of all, thanks for having me here. Thanks, Tomislav. Thanks, Jose. Thanks, also Volker, for supporting us on our great cause. And maybe do a stretch before we continue with our talks. I will really try to be fast. I'm sorry for the scheduled delay. I have another meeting later on for my job, so I will need to be really fast about it. For starters, everybody that's listening and is involved with the frisbee sports, please let's do a small survey. If you heard about disc golf before, react with the thumbs up. If you heard about Ultimate before, react. It's in the chat. React with the O, smiley. And if you haven't heard about frisbee sports in any kind, you're just here to maybe get some new information, please drop a heart so that I have a little bit of a feeling who's listening. What's your behind story? Have you ever worked with Ultimate or disc golf, or so whatever you do? Oh, nice. Okay, so sure, nice, Lubomir. You can either react in the chat, you can react in the Zoom itself, however you feel like it. Okay, so we have a little bit of both. Woohoo! Cool. So for everybody that's seen me before, probably I don't need the introduction. For everybody that's seeing me for the first time, I have a lot of sport history. I'm a basketball coach. I'm a fitness coach, and once I started studying myself, I got hooked for the ultimate frisbee, and from then I just started to, let's say, bring the joy and bring some new recreational habits to the kids. And I found the frisbee as the best, let's say, tool to do that. I think some of you already heard a lot about the spirit and a lot about the different sports and the COVID situation. But for me, it was more or less just to give kids an opportunity, maybe kids that are not training professional sports and still need a recreation, maybe to have a sport that they can have fun with, they can enjoy. And yeah, that was my drive, and this is also still my drive for the future. What we have done is that in 2015, we just started a high school campaign. We went to schools, presented the ultimate sport as a sport, got a few schools together and made the first competition. It was only 3 schools, but it was a start of something new. And by the year of 2019, before the COVID came, we managed to get together 20 schools. That meant around 30 teams, around 200 students. I mean, high school kids, and a lot of also teams from Austria and from Italy, that Czech, that came to our international tournament. So from small, let's say, start, it was a painful start, but it's the best to see the kids smiling, having fun, and doing different, let's say, different things, different sports, and different energy combined into ultimate. So since then, I'm mainly focusing on working with PE teachers. I'm trying to help them out, so I do trainings for them. I prepare also, as Jose prepared something similar, a book. We prepared everything that's regarding our curriculum that PE teachers can just put into their yearly format of teaching, so that they don't need to get the knowledge themselves about the frisbee sports, but they can just learn the basics and use our knowledge to expand it. So if anyone from you needs anything in Slovene language, I can help you translate it and give you our PDF. It's the easier version if you need it. I believe Jose will also provide the English version of his book. So yeah, regarding those things, I don't have any presentation made, because I think you've seen a lot of PDFs and a lot of text. I'll just put you a 2-minute video of our high school league, just to get you a vibe, to see how kids have the what's the energy of our events, and why are we doing what we do. Can I share the screen? Yeah, I can. All right. Okay. Share it like that. I hope you can see it. Have fun. All right, I believe you get the idea about the events we're making. maybe just to give you a heads up, so those kids which you saw in the video, more or less, there was a lot of them just recently being the main, so the main players of our also under 20s and under 17s national teams, playing on world championship and youth European championship, and they are just staying in the sport and loving it. So for me, just to be openly honest with you, it's a lot of hard work. If you saw that crazy Santa dancing, that's actually me being dressed up in a Santa. But once you see those kids grow, and once you see the PE teachers get back to you and say that one of the most, so that's the one of the most impressive things about these sports are that even girls are really, really eager to compete, to jump for the disc, to run for the disc, to throw the disc and walk in the forest and play disc golf. It's another tool for them to use as a recreation. I think that's the most that we can do for our youth and our younger people, kids that are still growing up and maybe don't have a dying wish to be I don't know, next Cristiano Ronaldo or Luka Doncic in professional sports, but they can still have a fun with sport. And I believe if you take discs as a different approach to bring new and fresh energy to sports people and kids, you will really find a lot of interested young souls that will be happy to join you. So I will just put, since I don't have time for the questions, I'm really sorry about that, but if you have any questions, I'll just leave you my contacts. Also, I'm from Krško, so everybody that's from Croatia, and you can always talk to Tomi about it, but if you need any help, even so I'm half away from Zagreb, if you need any help, you can always contact me. If you have some questions, I will put it in chat. You can always either find some information on our webpage, so we have everything prepared for the PE teachers in our country, and we all know that we have a pretty similar language, and if you need anything, just let me know and we'll translate it for you. And you can always also use my email and write to me. I normally respond in 24 hours, so I'll always be happy to help if there's any additional questions. So thanks everybody for having me. Thanks for listening. And thank you, Jose, Tomi, and Volker for organizing this. It's really something we are looking forward to after the COVID, so that normally we can start playing again. Thanks. And
thank you very much. Lots of similarities. And it's great. It's great. And you talk about passion and you go and about joy of sports, and yeah. It's one of the things I never give up on. It's still the kids and the joy they have when they practice, and when is that, if it's going to be that feeling that I have, I will stop. So, but every year grow, so I think we'll never stop. Thank you one more time, Matic.
Thank you.
I will start now with a discussion time. I don't know if we have questions. Two choices. You can put it, of course, on text if you want, or to make your question by your own. Don't feel with pressure to make questions. We are here and we will like to take some doubts if you have some opinion from other countries. I don't know. I will say hola to Sofia Sampaio. This is one PE teacher with lots of energy from Portugal. Welcome.
Thank you.
I don't know if Victor from Brazil, if you want to share with us something as well. Okay. So Lubomir, I don't know if Lubomir welcome. One opinion or some
Hello.
thoughts about Bulgaria?
Can you hear me?
Perfectly.
Hi. So a few words about flying disc sports in Bulgaria. We started in Ultimate precisely 11 years ago. Like yesterday was our birthday. So we saw a video on YouTube with highlights, and I showed it to my friends from the neighborhood. And one day, instead of playing football, we decided to try frisbee. And this is how the first team was formed. This is Shopski Otret. And Shopski Otret is still our top team. Still the main core is my friends from the kindergarten, from my neighborhood. But during the years, many new people joined. So currently the team has about 20 active players. We were about 30 in the past, but during the past years, many of my teammates left the country to study abroad or to live abroad. Later, we had a team at the American University in Blagoevgrad, which was the first university team in the country. This is a private university, it's not state-run. But what happened with them, all of them, absolutely all of them, were students from Central Asia, mostly from Turkmenistan. And they graduated, and that was the end of their team. They just couldn't pass the sport to the next generation. So we don't have this team anymore. And we are trying to reintroduce it in the university, but what they say is that the initiative should come from the students, not from the faculty. Like, this is the way how this team was founded, like already almost 10 years ago. So currently we have another team in Sofia, it's called Blue Caps. And how did it start? So Shopski Otret organizes the Disc of Peace tournament every year, and it's an international tournament. It's well recognized in many European countries. So usually all the 10 spots are full. Like we cannot make a tournament for more than 10 teams because it's hard with the fields. Maybe in the future we will. So we have this tournament and also another one which we started, I think, in 2015. And I think it's a good practice, so I will share it with you. So the idea was that all players from the existing team had to challenge their friends, schoolmates, classmates, colleagues from universities or from our work, to make a team together with them. So it's an outdoor tournament, and it's played 5 versus 5. And every team has 2 experienced players and their friends. So the first 2 or 3 tournaments were quite successful. And I think from this tournament, maybe more than 20 people started playing, which was a success in this time. And one of the team was called the Blue Caps. So the Blue Caps is currently the second team we have in Sofia. And what I like about this team is they are young. This is my team, yeah, by the way. Most of the players are young. I'm probably the oldest one. I'm 30 years old right now. So the key factor of success is that we started playing in the South Park. This is a big park in Sofia where many people can watch us. And of course, the conditions are not perfect. The terrain is not flat and injuries do happen. But the team was founded officially in 2018, and now it has about 40 even more players. Yes, cool programs, it's a good topic. So here we have the following issue. It's very difficult to introduce Ultimate in schools if we follow the rules, because first we need our federation to be licensed by our sports ministry. And for this, we need 7 registered teams from 5 different regions. And for now, we kind of have 2 very stable teams plus 5 teams which are in their first or second year of development. So it will be hard to do this. But apart from that, in order to be recognized as federation, we need to license the federation every year. We need coaches who have higher education in sports and have also passed a course in ultimate or in flying these sports. It's not specified if this course should be from a university or it could be a certificate from the WFDF. So that's why we rely a lot on this event, which we hope to have next year for certifying. Another approach which we have tried with moderate success is with physical education teachers. We tried in several schools, but what happens is that most schools, they don't have, they have very small place, the place to play is very limited, and they don't want new sports in school. I don't know why, but it's hard with the teachers. But we tried with some young teachers, and we organized a small event with 4 teams. It was in 2018. So 3 schools participated, one of them with 2 teams. It was great fun, but the truth is that those schools were not, it was very difficult for us to go there because they were not close to the city center. Like 2 of the schools were out of Sofia. So our idea was to pass the initiative to the teachers, because in fact we don't have the right to teach the children, only the teachers have this right. But unfortunately there was no interest from their side. So currently only in one of the schools they play from time to time, and only when we go there. So this is our experience with schools. Also, we tried with the Sofia University and few other universities, and we were very close to introduce ultimate as sport in the Sofia University. But again, due to the reason that we are not licensed and this sport officially does not exist in Bulgaria, they had to say sorry, but this is not possible at this stage. So what they offered us is to form an unofficial university ultimate club. But in our universities, every student has to choose a sport for every semester, an official sport. So in fact, very few students would choose, let's say, swimming, and apart from that, play ultimate. So for now, we don't have any success with this as well, unfortunately. But this strategy with playing in the parks, organizing demonstrative games is very successful for now. And also we have a successful partnership with NGOs who work with young people. So we participate in many sports festivals where they bring people, where they bring children from the schools. And during the pandemics, it may sound strange, but we almost doubled our community. And the main reason is also participating in those events, not only playing in the parks. And what else? We recently started playing double disc court, and we have a great coach who is in top 10 of the world officially. So we are running a small league now. We have some baskets and some equipment for disc golf, which was donated to us by players from around the world. We have 2 baskets from a company in Bulgaria and around 20 discs. So we play from time to time, but we still don't have the resource to start organized disc golf. And I hope that it will happen in the future. We also have 10 discs, I think, which are for goods frisbee. And we have tried the sport with my ultimate team several times. It's fun. So I know it's not popular in Europe. So this is also a thing we will keep as a resource for the future. And in general, that's it. We are still a small community. And I think that if we manage to introduce flying these sports in either schools or university, it will be very important because it will bring us sustainability. So now our first team, Shopski Triad, we are in perfect shape, but almost all players are 30 years old. And when a team grows older, when all team members are 30 plus, it's harder to attract younger players. So what we have is that most young players choose the new team because they can play with people who are at their age. And that's it. If you have any questions, you can feel free to ask.
Lubomir, thank you. Thank you about your message. Really important, and it's another group of problems that you have, and lots of blocks. And usually we had the same problem. Sometimes it's politics or governmental that pushes out of the game almost all the times. So I think I can say to you since 2017 that we are waiting for 2 or 3 things, yeah, and we do all the things they ask to do, so we keep it doing and waiting that one day things change a little bit. But the way you express yourself about your team and the youngest team, about the age that we have, start to be a problem for the kids to join us, yeah. So it's just show us the importance to have the sport in the schools and universities. And so I think keep doing, you are doing a good job. Of course, there are always more things to do, but sometimes don't depend on us. And we keep in touch to try to sometimes in Erasmus, or to try to have more things together. Probably you can achieve more things. Okay, the contact, I think it's the first one, and we will see in the future what we can done together. Okay,
thank you. I also would like to ask a question, to ask for your opinions. What do you think is the best way to approach a university? Directly through a faculty or through an organization which runs a university sport? Because maybe this first step is very important.
Okay, I can talk about Portugal's. So I start the first team in Portugal. I had lucky because I'm a teacher in that university. So for me, it was more easier to promote the sport. I know in Lisbon, they have a university and they will start another one. And I think it's always one person or the right contact sometimes. Some departments work very close. Other departments talk with the other departments, so it's easier. Sometimes the sport university could not be the best choice because they have lots of offers and lots of sports. Sometimes it's that university who don't have sports at all. Like you are told to us about swimming or ultimate, and they choose ultimate. Sometimes a strategy or a small strategy is to see universities that they don't have so many things, and they are more receptive to do new things and to promote new sports and to receive you. Okay, this from Portugal, my reality of okay.
Okay, obrigado.
So I don't know, just in it was just a text in a message about competition versus recreation. I think it comes from Brazil, from Vitor. Yeah, I agree, and even in schools, it's fundamental for every kid to have the experience, and competition comes later. They need to to throw, they need to join, and if they like the game and if they want to keep it playing, so they can. And usually it's when we make the small contact to the clubs, when we have some students that they like a lot the game, so we try to send them for the clubs, and then we have the structure circle that it's good for everyone. Okay, I don't know, more questions? If we have not, I think we are here for 1 hour and 40, almost 2 hours. I need to thanks again to everyone to be present. It was a pleasure and to see new realities as well. We are always learning to see difficulties and to try to get solutions for them. So it's really important for us to understand them. Okay, so about the contacts, so I can put my as well. Let me, if you need. Okay, and for now it's everything. I hope you enjoy. I don't know if you want to say, Tomislav, a last word, Volker.
If you want, you can say, okay, I'll just thank one more for everyone that came here. I see that even friends from Serbia even joined us. Unfortunately, we didn't have a chance to hear from him a little bit, but I'm really happy that I saw interest, especially interest from the PA teachers. With this conference, we wanted to start this conversation again and make it important for, say, how important this for us. And this is really a good opportunity that I saw and we saw that there is an interest in our country and our region for it. So we will continue in that direction and make our efforts big and important to make it in schools and universities.
Thank you, Tomislav. Volker, last words.
So, Jose, everybody, again, thank you very much, Jose, for organizing this, and Tomislav, and everybody who attended as a speaker and participated in the meeting for attending today. I think it is very important that we learned and listened. I have got many important points. One comment I would like to offer is, of course, the conditions in all countries are different when it comes to club recognition, university recognition for a certain sport. So it is hard to put one best practice example which fits all. One size fits all actually is not important and not possible, even possible for all the countries which we are talking about. What we have seen from the Croatia example, they made a long step and are even recognized by the National Olympic Committee. We find very much that this National Olympic Committee recognition is the last step on a very extremely successful road. You can see that Croatia is a very active member when it comes to disc golf. We had this year team disc golf event in Croatia. Next year, we have the World Team Disc Golf Championship. So one important message what I give to you all, flying disc is not only ultimate or beach ultimate. I have discussed this with Jose ever since. We have several disciplines which are maybe more suitable for a set of countries. Example, the Scandinavian countries are much more active in disc golf, whilst the Southern European countries more tend to go to like Portugal for ultimate or beach ultimate. So that is an important message that there are other opportunities in flying disc sports and not only ultimate, because at the end of the day, the World Flying Disc Federation and the European Flying Disc Federation are multi-flying disc disciplines organizations covering all disciplines. No, we don't have dog disc because it's played with a dog and the animal. We do not have that, but at the end of the day, we have more to offer than ultimate. This is important for me. As you can see, in Croatia, we are very active in disc golf too, and both disciplines. You have an ultimate side and they have a disc golf side. So sometimes, as you can see from the Scandinavian countries, you can focus for development also in universities as much as I find on other disciplines. Even freestyle is successful in Europe, but that is of course not related to the comment which was made in the chat that you should not permanently talk about competition. We should talk about educating and teaching kids and in the universities. In that respect, I have found very much that some countries are doing the mistake that they want to tackle and address all universities in their countries and also all the schools at the same time. I think maybe Jose can confirm a little bit that you need to start somewhere. As he has mentioned before, you cannot start maybe in the university in the capital of the country where they have already 40 or 30 sports practiced. It will be easier to go to smaller universities where they do not have such a huge sporting activity and they are more welcoming for a new sport. If that was correctly quoted from Jose, otherwise I would like to discuss this because, again, when you start with a single university, you can spread all over the country later. And sometimes I do not say that the people starting from the competition instead of starting from development with kids and schools and universities, but they think simply at the beginning too big. They are too ambitious. They want to go to all the regions in the country, whilst starting with one region would be better. Jose, what is your experience here?
Yeah, it's the same. We just started in Leiria, and all the city or all the schools have discs and play each other. Not so often like we like, but they play. And now it's trying to have this in the other parts of the country slowly, because fast is difficult to get to do the work well done. So yeah.
I like the comment comparing Sao Paulo with Croatia. That is indeed correct, but actually Brazil is such a huge country in South America. I do not know. I would say that it's much bigger than the complete Balkan, including Greece and whatever. So, of course, this is exactly why I said one size does not fit all. Thank you.
Thank you, Volker. Okay, so we finished this conference. Thank you all to be present. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. Always learning. I learned a lot today, and I have things to change, of course, in the future. So, bye everyone. Keep safe.
Thank you.